This presentation is brought to you by nonprofitaccountingbasics.org, an educational project of the Greater Washington Society of CPAs Educational Foundation.
My name is Sheila and I'm here today to speak to you about the paperwork you need to collect from new hires in their first days and weeks of employment. When a candidate accepts a new position, it's customary to send them a new hire packet, which should include their offer letter and may include additional paperwork an organization needs to hire an employee into their HRIS system. The two documents I place a priority on are the offer letter and the I-9 authorization. The offer letter memorializes the new hire's terms of employment and by signature communicates their commitment to join your organization. With this in mind, I recommend a practice of requiring new hires to sign and return offer letters prior to their first day of employment. The I-9 verifies the identity and employment authorization of each new employee. Because it requires visual confirmation by the employer of the supporting documents, this isn't something you'd require to be completed prior to a new hire start date. However, it's especially helpful to provide the form, highlight the supporting documents list, and tell the new hires to bring their documents on their first day. This is important because the I-9 is time sensitive and must be completed within 72 hours of the first day by law, or the employee must leave the premises. While I've prioritized these documents, they can both be collected on the first day of employment. Additional forms you will need to collect on the first day are all the other forms you need to hire and pay a new employee. Those forms include the state and federal tax withholding forms, direct deposit forms and avoided check if applicable, time-sensitive benefit forms. Now, depending on how your benefits are set up, there may be some that are time-sensitive and have a limited enrollment period during the month, or an immediate enrollment provision. You may see this in transportation benefits or with 401k benefit plans. Another form that you will need on the first day of employment is the emergency contact form. Forms to be collected in the first week may include acknowledgments for specific policies like an ethics code, a lobbying policy, a policy that governs negotiating outside employment, and the general handbook acknowledgement for all employees. And finally, some additional forms you will need to collect would include benefits enrollment forms. When you collect these forms will depend on the entry date to your health plans. These could coincide with the employee's start date or the first of the month following employment, or 30 days from the start date. Additional forms to collect would be driven by an organization's specific requirements or by local law. For example, financial services companies may require an investments disclosure form, while the city in which your organization operates may require compliance-related forms based on local or state employment law. Other forms to be collected would be driven by whether your organization implements new policy or changes an existing one. Anytime you update your employee handbook or an employment policy, you should require all current employees to sign an electronic or paper acknowledgement. This concludes this session on new hire paperwork. Thanks for your time.